To overturn my father's wrongful conviction, Linan gave up his childhood sweetheart and married me. An illiterate farm girl. On our wedding night, we made 3 rules: no crossing boundaries, no sharing a room, no falling in love. Once his father's case was overturned, we would divorce amicably, part ways peacefully, and each marry someone else. Finally, in the 3rd year of our marriage, Lord Lin's name was cleared. This marriage between Linan and me was wrong from the start. 3 years ago, I was brought back to the Marquis Manor. Only then did I learn that I wasn't Urya, the unloved farm girl, but the Marquis Manor's named 3rd young lady, Shi Yurong. But by then, I was already 23 years old, illiterate, ignorant of music and chess. Even my etiquette was a mess. I embarrassed myself quite a bit accompanying mother to banquets. To avoid delaying my younger sister's marriage prospects, grandmother ordered mother to marry me off within 3 months. But despite my family background, finding a suitable match became extraordinarily difficult. The first was father's student, graceful and refined, good, looking, with beautiful calligraphy. His only flaw was poverty. But mother said it didn't matter. She'd give me a generous dowry so I wouldn't live a hard life. I went to see him in person. His home was bare, his mother seriously ill, and taking medicine, with a cousin by his side caring for the sick, watching him make solemn promises before me. I refused this marriage. The second match was a 35-year-old widower whose 3 previous wives had all died, and he already had 6 or 7 legitimate sons. I thought, what if I am unlucky enough to outlive him and he dies before me? I'd have to fight for the inheritance with his child. Me heart went cold, so I rejected him too. After several failed matchmaking attempts in a row, mother's lips broke out in blisters from anxiety. Linan appeared at this time. His father, Lin Chong, got implicated in the imperial examination fraud case. Elder Lin's lifetime of good reputation was destroyed overnight, and the whole family was sentenced to exile. Only Linan, who was away traveling for study, was spared through various connections. Linyan's marriage to me wasn't purely motivated. Neither was my marrying him. He needed to borrow the Marquis Manor's influence to grease palms and pave his way to rise through the ranks. And through this marriage, I could get a large dowry from the Marquis Manor. So I wouldn't have to watch mother desperately seek any solution, rushing to marry me off to some random man within 3 months. Nor would I be forced to go to the family temple and have my hair cut to become a nun, spending my life with only prayer lamps and Buddha. So, after meeting Linan once, I settled the marriage. On our wedding night, Linan paced outside the bedroom door. He didn't come in for a long time. I lifted my red veil myself, opened the door, and called out to him. Linan, you know you married me only to overturn Lord Lin's case. And I didn't marry you because I like you. Why don't we treat it as a transaction? Let's make 3 rules. No crossing boundaries, no sharing a bed, no falling in love. Once Lord Lin's wrongful conviction is overturned, we'll amicably separate. We'll part ways and each marry someone else. Linan pressed his lips together and raised his hand to clap 3 times with me as an oath. All right. 3 years into our marriage, Linan and I had our ups and downs, but we supported each other. During the hardest times, he visited the Lin family disciples, one household at a time, yet couldn't get those vermilion doors to open. I shamelessly begged father on his behalf, kneeling outside his study for half a shikan, begging father to arrange a position for him. Linan is a clever man. As long as he could seize the opportunity, he would surely rise with the wind. Just as I expected, among all the princes, he chose the obscure 3rd prince, patiently assisting him and becoming the 3rd prince's right-hand man, enduring until the 3rd prince ascended the throne to become the new emperor. The first month after the new emperor's enthronement, a joint trial by 3 courts re-examined the Lin Chong imperial examination fraud case, finally clearing Elder Lin's name. The Lin family brothers also had their official positions restored, and Linan received even greater imperial favor. He was appointed Grand Tutor to the Crown Prince. When the imperial edict was delivered, I was admiring flowers at the eldest princess's manor. The eldest princess clapped her hands and smiled at me. You child are truly blessed. Back then, no one in the capital dared to marry Lin Yan. Now the Lin family has 3 successful scholars, and you've finally made it through the hard times. The other noble ladies also looked at me and chimed in. Sister Xia truly has good judgment. Among all those gazes, I precisely captured a pair of limpid autumn eyes. After meeting my gaze, she quickly looked away and lowered her head as if nothing had happened. I didn't contradict them, but simply smiled. Since the day I married Lin Yan, you've been waiting for today. Others see me as living in splendor. Only I know in my heart that Lin Yan neither loves me nor treats me well. He has had someone else in his heart all along, that very noble woman who just looked away. Miss Fang from the Fang family. Right now I have a divorce agreement already written, just waiting for Lin Yan to sign it as he promised 3 years ago. From now on, we'll part ways and each be at peace free to marry whomever we choose at the end of this flower. Viewing banquet, the Princess Royal let everyone pick flowers to take home. Fang Yang came up to me. Magnolias are elegant and refined, perfectly suited to a Yan's gentlemanly character. This pot is blooming beautifully. Sister, why don't you take it back and place it in a Yan's study? I looked at her strangely, then remembered someone at the banquet mentioning that she hadn't discussed marriage prospects these past 3 years, likely waiting for Lin Yan, so I hinted at her. But I don't love magnolia flowers. I am a vulgar person who only loves bold reds and purples. I appreciate your kind thought, Miss Fang. I had my eye on a pot of peonies and was just taking it into my arms when I casually said this. But it struck Fang Yang's sore spot. She stood before me as tears pattered down her face. I still didn't understand what was going on when Fang Yang raised her eyelids slightly. Sister, can you really not let me have it? What? It is just a pot of flowers. What is the harm in giving it up? I looked toward the voice and saw Lin Yan hurrying over from the wisteria covered corridor, wearing his bright red official robes. Clearly he'd come straight to the Princess Royal's residence after morning court. Lin Yan took the flower pot from my arms and handed it to Fang Yang's maidservant. There are already many peonies at home. You are not short of this one pot. Right? That startled me. I thought Fang Yang was really asking me to give up the flowers. If I said no, it would seem I didn't like them that much. If I said yes, it would make me look like I had no backbone, turns out. She was asking me to give up the person. I glanced at Lin Yan, then at Fang Yang, then at that pot of peonies. Take it then. Fang Yang had just been crying. Her eyes were red. She thanked Lin Yan. In the poetry collection Brother A, Yan sent over earlier this month, there was a peony poem that was exceptionally well written. When I saw this flower, I thought of Brother A. Yan, so I couldn't help but seize what another loves. Sister won't be angry about this. Right, otherwise. Lin Yan chuckled softly. She has always been generous. Don't worry about it. They talked for quite a while. A talented man and a beautiful woman, chatting and laughing cheerfully. I didn't really pay attention to what they were saying. Clearly, just moments ago when Lin Yan took the flowers from my arms, I didn't feel angry. Yet right now I felt an emptiness in my heart. Lin Yan took the birthday gift I gave him and turned around and gave it to someone else. I had only been thinking that Lin Yan was someone who loved reading poetry, so I went to great lengths to find books for him, but forgot that Fang Yang also loved these things. So when leaving the princess's residence, I called out to the young man who was mounting his horse. Lin Yan, after we return home, I have something to say to you. That night, the moon was bright and the stars were sparse. I set up a table with food in the garden. Lin Yan produced a pot of wine from somewhere, saying it was an imperial gift he brought for me to try. I downed it in one gulp. Lin Yan, congratulations. Lord Lin has finally been exonerated, and the Lin family should be returning in the coming days. All your hard work and running around these past days has not been in vain. Lin Yan smiled, his eyes crinkling, and poured me more wine. Mutual congratulations. 3 years ago at our wedding, we agreed that once Lord Lin was exonerated, we would amicably separate. I heard that Fang Yang hasn't married either. so you two can just rekindle your old romance. I pulled out the divorce papers from my sleeve and placed them before Linan. He glanced at them casually, then quickly looked away. You wrong, are you in a bad mood today? Is it because of Fang Yang? Linan had always been a clever person, able to see the crux of many political matters at a glance. Yet he played dumb when it came to our relationship. Fang Yang is actually quite pitiful. Don't let her high birth fool you. Her stepmother runs the household, and her days are very difficult. And because of the Lin family's troubles, her marriage prospects haven't been smooth. You wrong, you can't just ignore her. Please be understanding. Linan spoke these words as if they were so matter of fact, yet they made no sense at all. Whatever was between him and Fang Yang was their business. Why should I be understanding? Why should he use the things I gave him as favors to regift to her? Why should he give the peonies I had my eye on to Fang Yang, just because of one sentence that she liked them? After drinking 3 cups of wine in a row, my vision became somewhat blurred, but I still calmly said to him, Linan, this isn't right of you. It is unfair to me. I have no other demands. Let's divorce. Linan silently picked up the divorce papers and tucked them into his sleeve. You're wrong, you are drunk. Let's discuss this matter again when you are sober. The wine tasted sweet going down, and only hit me after a few cups, but I wasn't terribly drunk. On the contrary, I was clear-headed enough to know that Linan's will talk later. Me and he didn't want to talk. Actually, it was quite easy to figure out. The Lin family had only just been exonerated. Linan was at the height of his success. Even my name was widely spread, with everyone praising me as loyal and devoted, having supported Linan through his troubles. A wife who shared hardship should not be cast aside. He still had a bright future ahead of him and couldn't afford such a reputation. I understand. Since we couldn't reach an agreement, I had no intention of continuing the discussion with Linan, using drunkenness as an excuse. I got up and returned to my room. What was laughable was that Linan also stood up. He took the lantern from my hand, saying he would see me back. The night is deep and the road is long. I'll walk with you for a bit. His words were so meaningless. After the Lin family's property was confiscated, he could only afford to rent a small house with 3 courtyards, where he'd lived until now. From the courtyard to my room was merely 30 to 50 steps, and where exactly did he need to escort me? From drinking those few cups of wine, I broke out in a sweat during the night. I got up to open the window. The cold wind blowing on my face sobered me up somewhat, and I suddenly recalled that in the past, Linan hadn't been this warm toward me. Right after our wedding, he'd always call me Miss Shi-san never, overstepping propriety. Aunt's me mother, who came to visit me, overheard it, and she even complained about how I could handle the marital relationship like this. Even if he couldn't call me darling or yorong, he should at least call me madam. Miss Shia the Third, it doesn't even sound like we're family. I casually brushed off my mother's concerns, but didn't mention it to Linan. He thought that each time he called me Miss Shia the Third, it wasn't just reminding him, but also reminding me that we were merely fake husband and wife bound by a 3-part agreement. No crossing boundaries, no falling in love. Later, suddenly one day he called me Yorong, and he has kept calling me that until today. A name truly is the most magical spell in this world, as if it dissolved the clear boundary between us, making us an intimate couple. Linan. I savored these 2 characters, took a deep breath. From the very first time I heard the name Fang Yang from his lips, I already knew there could never be anything between him and me, probably to avoid me. I hadn't seen Linan for several days. I wasn't in a hurry, though. Divorce isn't something that happens just by saying it. Where to live afterward, what to do for a living, and most importantly, how to explain things to the Marquis Manor, to prevent getting remarried right after the divorce. Just in case, I also privately bought some good farmland and houses, so even if my dowry was taken back by the Marquis Manor, I'd still have somewhere to go. The day I exchanged the banknotes, it rained. I had arranged to meet someone on the 3rd floor of the Misty Rain Pavilion for the transaction. After signing the land deed and heading down to the 2nd floor, I happened to run into Linan coming upstairs with a group of friends. They were teasing Linan. Master Fang kept a Yan behind today. I am afraid a happy occasion is drawing near. The Lin and Fang families arranged the marriage 10 years ago. If not for unfortunate mishaps, they wouldn't have missed each other for 3 years. Fortunately, heaven has eyes and won't let lovers be separated. Lin Yan was surrounded by them in the middle, his face handsome and striking, warm and smiling. Master Fang only asked when my father would return to the capital, so he could visit then, nothing else. Don't talk nonsense and ruin the young lady's reputation. A Yan. Fang Yang leaned out from the second floor and called out. Lin Yan stopped talking. Everyone seemed to be in on it, amidst the teasing laughter. He walked down a step, making a sound, and just happened to lock eyes with Lin Yan. His gaze held a trace of surprise. His eyes swept over me from head to toe. He didn't see me missing any jewelry, nor did he see anything unusual in my expression. For a moment, he only called out my name, "You wrong." He smiled at him. Lin Yan, congratulations. A happy occasion is drawing near. I walked past him calmly, but unexpectedly he suddenly reached out and grabbed my wrist. You wrong. On one side was his childhood sweetheart. On the other side was me. Lin Yan didn't need to choose. He didn't explain anything. He wouldn't publicly embarrass Fang Yang. He felt guilty toward her. So he let go of my hand, turned to the side, and handed over an umbrella. It is just a small gathering today. I'll be back late. Don't wait up for me. Lin Yan said this as if he and I were quite close. But actually, I had only waited for him once. That was the 6th month after our marriage. Lin Yan had already started working by the third prince's side, cautious and meticulous in everything. But one day he suddenly came back reeking of alcohol, completely drunk. I brought him some hangover soup, and unexpectedly saw his eyes were red. Leaning closer to hear his mumbling, I discovered he kept calling out a girl's name. Fang Yang, Fang Yang. This was the first time I'd heard this name from Lin Yan's mouth. Just as I was about to leave, he grabbed my wrist and pulled me into his arms, holding me very tightly, very forcefully. His tears soaked through the collar of my clothes. After a long while, I finally heard him say very softly, I am sorry. This was an embrace that didn't belong to me, and an apology that wasn't meant for me. Yet I had somehow ended up receiving them, so I went to look into this Fang Yang. Turns out, they were childhood sweethearts who had long been betrothed. Turns out Lin Yan, after weighing the pros and cons, was afraid the Lin family would drag her down, so he gave her up and chose me instead. And the reason he got drunk was because Fang Yang was staging a hunger strike in protest, to show her determination not to marry anyone else. Now even I had to admit they were a match made in heaven when looking at the two of them. So I nodded and took the umbrella. Sure. Lin Yan really didn't keep his word. He said he'd be back late, but ended up returning just as dusk was falling. I hadn't even had time to pack away all the dowry I'd been sorting through. He looked at the room full of jewelry and deeds I had laid out, but didn't examine them closely. What is all this doing out in the open? Dusting them off. I closed the lid, the lie coming easily to my lips. Lin Yan frowned but didn't probe further, simply slipping a cold jade bracelet onto my wrist. He came to apologize. You wrong, don't take today's matter to heart. It is just that we've all grown up together since childhood, and the joking got out of hand. I'll make sure they never bring it up again from now on. Is that really how it is? If he were truly sorry, why wouldn't he clarify or refute it in front of so many people? It is simply because he can't let Fang Yang lose face. Between his words, he protects her. He wants everyone to know that it is him, Lin Yan, who is not worthy of Fang Yang. And not that Lin Yan looks down on Fang Yang. He looked at Lin Yan calmly. No need to go through all this trouble. Actually, you are smart enough to see that. As long as you marry Fang Yang, no one will gossip behind her back about being dragged into spinsterhood with no one wanting to marry her, and no one will make tactless jokes anymore. Lin Yan is exceptionally clever. He can't possibly not know what I want to say. He didn't interrupt me because this is what he wants to hear. He has been waiting for me to say this, looking at me tenderly, holding my hands. You wrong. You want me to marry Fang Yang. You don't mind. Linan shouldn't be asking me this. After all, we agreed that after the divorce, we'd part amicably and each marry as we please. Meaning that, as long as Linan signs the divorce papers now, whether he marries Fang Yang or Yuan Yang tomorrow has nothing to do with me yet. He deliberately asked me. I withdrew my hands from his palms. Of course I don't mind. Linan, I'm only happy that you two can finally become husband and wife. Under the dim yellow candlelight, the young man stood up. He bent down and leaned close to me, his fingertips brushing past the stray hair at my temple, which I dodged. Linan seemed to think of something and his eager smile faded. He responded indifferently. After he pulled this stunt, I couldn't sleep well all night. I tossed and turned in bed. When it comes to scheming and tactics, I am no match for Linan at all. Know that he is unwilling to divorce me. Even if I raise hell, others will only say, I don't know when I have it good. But what girl would want to live like this? So the next day when Fang Yang came looking for me, I met her sporting dark circles under my eyes. She wasn't some weak little girl without any tricks up her sleeve. The first thing she said to me was, Yan and I grew up together, back when the Lin family had their troubles. It was my father who pleaded before His Majesty to spare his life. When the Lin family members were exiled, I pawned all my jewelry and scraped together 600 taels to send to Uncle Lin. Yan knows all this. What he owes me, he can never repay. I smiled. So what? I know Yan is soft-hearted and values relationships. He is grateful for the 3 years you've spent by his side. But you'll never win against me, Miss Shi. You should step aside of your own accord. Don't make things difficult for Yan. I lightly tapped the table and splashed a cup of cold tea in her face. What if I refuse? Both women were actually quite clear-headed, but the direction of their clarity was completely different. Was Fang Yang clear-headed? Yes. She knew Linan was soft-hearted, knew that gratitude was the biggest card in her hand, so she laid it out openly. What he owes me, he can never repay. These words were so blunt they were almost threatening, but she made one fatal mistake. She thought Yu Rong was competing with her for the same thing. Fang Yang thought they were competing for Linan, but Yu Rong wasn't competing at all. What Yu Rong wanted was never Linan as a person. What she wanted was a divorce document, her freedom, a life where she could make her own decisions. From beginning to end, her greatest opponent wasn't Fang Yang, but a Linan who refused to let go and the shackles that the era placed upon women. When Linan came back, Fang Yang and I had already finished fighting. I heard his footsteps. I raised my hand high toward Fang Yang again, scaring her into screaming and fleeing, and she happened to dodge right into Linyan's arms. Yan, I am scared. Why did you only just get here? Fang Yang looked disheveled, her hair bun loose, her face wet and stained with tea, whereas I had only rolled up my sleeves and didn't have a single injury on me. Linyan's gaze sharpened. He took off his cloak and wrapped Fang Yang in it, gently patting her back, then looked at me with such a complex expression, pressing his lips together. You wrong, Fang Yang is not an unreasonable person. She is weak and sickly. Whatever you have to say, can't you say it nicely, instead of laying hands on her? You've disappointed me so much. If I had truly given my heart to Linan, these words of his would pierce my heart. But I only said indifferently, as you wish. Think of me however you want, be disappointed in me or not. You don't need to understand what kind of person I really am. I watched helplessly as Linan protected Fang Yang and disappeared from my sight. I started packing up my dowry. The large items that were hard to carry had to be taken to my newly purchased house 1 or 2 pieces at a time each day. The small items I gathered together so that when the time came, I could just carry a bundle and leave directly. By the time I finished busying myself, I had fallen asleep slammed over my desk late at night. Linan came home. He picked me up and placed me on the bed. Actually, I woke up the instant he touched me, but I didn't dare open my eyes. Not until Linan leaned down, tucked in the corners of the blanket for me. Yet his fingers brushed past the stray hair at my temple. I quickly grabbed his right hand. Linan, Yurongdo, you know how much trouble you've caused. Fang Yang's father is one of the 3 excellencies, a close minister to the emperor. What exactly do you want from me? You are truly saying one thing and meaning another. First saying you don't mind Fang Yang, yet you can't tolerate her. If that is the case, you should give me a promise and stay properly by my side. I didn't smell alcohol on Linan yet. He was speaking nonsense. Shouldn't I be the one asking you that, Linan? We're just a fake couple with a 3-point agreement. Linan sneered. What is real? What is fake? Yurong, all I know is that we bowed to heaven and earth, paid respects to our elders, had our wedding 3 years ago but never consummated the marriage. We're husband and wife. With things said to this extent, even I, as foolish as I am, could sense it. Linan had developed feelings for me. When exactly did it start? Was it when I secured that unremarkable minor official position for him? Was it that sobering soup when he was drunk? Or making fishballs together in winter? Or perhaps each and every time he called me Yurong? He closed my eyes, and when I opened them again, I looked straight at Linan. If you insist on saying this, naturally you can disregard my wishes. But Linan, you've studied for so many years. Have you cast benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and trust to the heavens that night when we clapped 3 times to make our vow? Do you really not remember it at all? Don't make me look down on you. After a long while, I heard a heavy sigh. He said, I won't force you. Linan said he wouldn't force me, yet he didn't leave. That night, he slept by my side. The young man's entire body was permeated with the fragrance of ink. Even in his sleep, he had to keep one hand grasping mine. I lay on the bed, tears flowing down uncontrollably. From beginning to end, I never asked for much. I even did everything I could, so why did things still go against my wishes? I cried myself to sleep, and when I woke up, Linan was lying beside me, turned on his side, watching me. Father and the others will be back in a few days. We'll move to the Lin residence then. The Lin residence was the Lin family's grand mansion in Yongping Alley. When the new emperor cleared Lord Lin's name, he returned the mansion to the Lin family. Linan was in no hurry to move there, only waiting for Lord Lin to return so they could move together. All right. I've already bought this house. If you don't like anything, there is no need to bring it. We'll get new things later. I asked Linan, are you paying for it? Linan had been expressionless before, but hearing this his eyes suddenly brightened. He curved his lips slightly. This kind of thing will naturally be paid from the family funds. I'll also give you my salary, and I'll keep buying you new jewelry every festival and holiday. I smiled. That sounds good. The Lin residence is so grand and beautiful, naturally that is good. When Grand Secretary Lin and his party returned to the capital, it was at the end of the month. Linan personally went to wait at the pavilion and welcomed him back to the Lin residence. This was my first time seeing the Lin family members. 3 years of exile hadn't broken their spines, only added a few traces of hardship to their faces. Lord Lin was upright and righteous. Linan's elder brothers and sisters-in-law were kind. Lady Lin was gentle and graceful. If not for that wrongful case 3 years ago, a wild girl like me, who was only recognized by the Marquis household halfway through, would never have been able to enter a family like the Lin family. That evening, Linan drank a lot of wine. The maid and I escorted him back to his room. As he lay on the couch, he grabbed my wrist, murmuring, don't go, Yurong. I steeled my heart and pried Linan's fingers open one by one. Then went to pay my respects to Lord Lin and Lady Lin. It was so late. As a daughter-in-law, I shouldn't have disturbed my parents-in-law when they were exhausted from travel, but I feared if I waited any longer, it would be too late. In Lord Lin's study, I knelt before him and Lady Lin. I pleaded my case to them. There is something Yurong has been thinking about for a long time, and I must tell Lord Lin. I beg Lord Lin and Lady to make a decision for Yurong. Linan and I had a fake marriage. These 3 years, though we have the title of husband and wife, we have no reality of husband and wife. Once I started, the rest became easier to say. Linan and I are estranged. His heart yearns for Fang Yang, but because of this debt of gratitude, he is unwilling to divorce me. I beg Lord Lin to make the decision and divorce your son's wife on his behalf. Lord Lin looked down at me. This debt of gratitude belongs not only to Ian, but also to the Lin family. He is unwilling to divorce you. How could I make decisions for him and tear apart a couple? At first glance, this might seem very improper, running to her parents-in-law late at night, just after they've returned exhausted from travel, exposing family scandals, saying she and their son are a fake couple. But if you think about it carefully, this is her only way out. So she chose the most difficult but most effective path, go over Lin Yan's head and find his authority figure. But what makes Euron so formidable is this. She doesn't talk to you about feelings, she talks to you about pros and cons. That following passage presenting 3 benefits, each one more precisely hitting the pressure points that Master Lin cares about most, as both a parent and a politician. Because she understands too well, emotions can't move an old man who has weathered storms, but interests can. Master Lin probably didn't reveal that evening's conversation to Lin Yan. Lin Yan suddenly became very busy, so he didn't know that I would return to that cramped little courtyard every day during the daytime, directing people to move all my dowry into the house I newly bought, bit by bit decorating the small house into the way I like it. Nor did he know that in an inconspicuous corner of the capital, rumours were gradually rising. Even theatre troupes adapted it into short plays and started performing them on a small scale. The last time I returned to the small courtyard, I first went to watch a short play, which told the story of an engaged couple forced to separate. From then on, the man devoted himself to studying and passing the imperial examinations, while the woman vowed to wait for the man to achieve success and fame before marrying her. During this time, the two endured torment and the pain of longing, yet they never wavered from their determination to stay faithful to each other. When the curtain fell on stage, the audience below all had reddened eyes, sighing with emotion. Someone spoke up at just the right moment, mentioning the Lin family currently basking in imperial favour, saying this clearly resembled Lin Yan and Miss Fang. Know that the Lin family has returned to the capital. The two of them should reconcile as well. I left the theatre troupe with satisfaction, then went to the small courtyard. This trip was to move my dowry bed away. Now there were no more traces of my existence in the courtyard, except for a swing. The maid asked me, "Miss, you've been looking at this for so long, do you want to dig this one up and take it too? From now on, I'll have even better swings, painted in colours I like, placed where I like. Somewhere I can see at a glance." That day when I went back, I dragged on a bit late. Lin Yan had already returned. He had just come out from his bath, and seeing me return, he stuffed a hair towel in my hand and sat in front of me, having me dry his hair. These days were always like this. Lin Yan would always ask me to do little, inconspicuous, yet very intimate things. I didn't resist or anger him. I obediently took the hair towel and stood behind him. Father and mother have been back for some days now. The day after tomorrow, the family is holding a flower viewing banquet, inviting colleagues from the capital and their families to come together. You should follow behind mother or your sisters. In-law, don't run around, I understand. If you see Fang Yang, don't quarrel with her. Just endure and yield for my sake. Don't listen to whatever others say. Either way, I am on your side. I figured those rumors must have reached Lin Yan's ears as well. So he nodded. All right, finally. Lin Yan suddenly turned around and embraced me. The young man's body temperature ran high. He loosely held my waist, looking up at me with earnest eyes. You wrong, these past days you seem like a different person. It makes me a bit flustered. I smiled. No one taught me before. Didn't know how proper husband and wife live together. Know that I've seen mother and sister-in-law. I've come to understand you are not happy about it. Lin Yan shook his head, his fingertip lightly tapping the table. Today, can you not leave? I refused Lin Yan, coaxing him that I wasn't ready yet. He wasn't upset either. True now that we've moved back to the Lin residence, we have all the time in the world. Just you're wrong, don't make me wait too long. 2 days passed in a blink, and finally it was the day the Lin family hosted the grand banquet. The Lin family hung up new plaques, the rockery and flowing water were cleaned, and many flowers were moved from the greenhouse to the garden. Lin Yan followed his father and brothers to entertain guests in the front hall. Before leaving, he specially entrusted me to Lady Lin, saying, "Mother, Yurong was raised outside since childhood. Please help me look after her more." Lady Lin agreed. He didn't know that after he left. Lady Lin took out 2 letters from her sleeve, one of which was a divorce agreement. The signature was Lin Chong. "You're wrong now. I don't even know if what I am doing is right or wrong, whether I am helping you escape from suffering or harming my son. He has been proud and aloof since childhood. Ordinary people can't even catch his eye, but he truly cares about you. Even if there are misunderstandings, husband and wife can talk things through, and life goes on the same. What Madam says is all right. It is just that Yurong has been too greedy. Back when I was just Urya in the village, all I wanted was to marry someone with a healthy body, who wouldn't beat me, and who could keep me fed." Later, after returning to the Marquis Manor, he saw many sisters get married and live their lives. Some couples harmonious, some quarrelsome, but none turned out like Lin Yan and me. He bowed to Madame Lin in farewell, and took advantage of the chaos to leave the Lin Manor. He went to my own small residence. That night, I knelt before Lord Lin and his wife, not to sob out my grievances to them, but to clearly lay out the pros and cons. There were 3 benefits to Lin Yan and me divorcing amicably. First, Fang Yang's father held one of the 3 ducal positions and was a close minister to the emperor, while the Marquis Manor would have its title reduced by my brother's generation, incomparable to the Fang family. Second, Fang Yang went on a hunger strike to show her determination and waited 3 years for Lin Yan. If he didn't marry her, he would become an unrighteous and disloyal man. But how could the legitimate daughter of Minister Fang submit to being beneath another? Divorcing me would make way for Fang Yang third. Lin Yan's feelings for Fang Yang run deep and true. This would be fulfilling their wishes. Lord Lin listened, lightly tapping on the table. "Everything you say is right, but if a Yan is unwilling, what is the use? Lin Yan has just entered officialdom and is in his prime, full of confidence. He hasn't experienced as much as you have, and doesn't yet understand how unpredictable the sovereign's favor can be, nor does he know what having a powerful father-in-law means for him. Right now is precisely when he needs you to make this decision for him." Lord Lin was clearly swayed. He asked again, "And what about you? You say Fang Yang has treated a Yan with deep affection and loyalty. These 3 years you've been by a Yan's side, helping him rise to success. If he divorces and remarries, wouldn't the Lin family be ungrateful and unjust?" My anxious heart finally settled back into place. "This is easy to handle. We can build momentum in advance, lay out the connection between the Lin and Fang families, make the marriage between Lin Yan and Fang Yang become what everyone hopes for. Then no one will remember me. No one will say, 'The Lin family is ungrateful and unjust.' They'll only sigh about fate bringing lovers together and good things taking time." That night in the end, Lord Lin didn't give me a definite answer. He only said to let him think about it some more. Fortunately, the benefits were enough to move hearts, and I finally got to wait for this divorce letter. After leaving the Lin residence, I walked forward with my head down, never looking back again. I hid in the small house for a few days, but still couldn't avoid the Marquis Manor. After returning, Father was furious. "You wrong. You were truly confused. Back then, no family dared to marry their daughter to Lin Yan. You nodded, so I married you off. No family dared to touch His Majesty's brow, to make connections for him. You knelt outside my door all afternoon, so I arranged it for him too. After finally enduring until the Lin family made their comeback. How could you divorce Lin Yan? Even if you are wronged, you should have stayed in the Lin family." I looked up at father and mother, tears slowly streaming down. "Lin Yan, he has someone else in his heart. Father, the Lin family is the kind of household that values propriety. So highly they would never demote a wife to concubine. But Lin Yan's heart only yearns for his former fiancé Fang Yang. If your daughter stays in the Lin family, she'll only become an obstacle between Lin Yan and Fang Yang. It is better to be tactful, vacate the wife's position, and in the future our Xia family will still hold favor over the Lin family." Having said this much, I also produced the letter written in Minister Lin's own hand. The letter was something I begged him to write. It was nothing more than Lin Chong expressing gratitude for the Xia family's great kindness. saying that henceforth should the Shia family have any requests, he would certainly spare no effort. Father wasn't a mindless person. He'd used one marriage arrangement to gain the goodwill of 2 generations of the Lin family. He couldn't bring himself to speak words of reproach anymore. He sighed. Such a major matter, you should have at least informed the family first. Otherwise, if Lin Yan came to the door demanding his wife back, your parents wouldn't even know what had happened. He let me stand up, then asked what my plans were for the future. I shed another 2 tears, saying only that I wanted to live outside on my own, to pray for the Shia family's fortune, so that the family wouldn't have a divorced old maid at home affecting my niece's marriage prospects. As for the future, Father, I don't want to remarry. Thanks to Minister Lin's letter, Father didn't make things difficult for me. He agreed to all my requests. After spending some time talking with Mother and playing with my little nephew for a bit, just as I was about to take my leave, a servant announced Lin Yan wanted to see me. He actually didn't want to see him, but Mother persuaded me to meet him. She said Lin Yan had been coming to our door every day these past few days. And no matter what, we were once husband and wife, things should be said clearly. What she said made sense, so I had someone welcome Lin Yan in right in the flower hall, where we first met for the marriage viewing. Lin Yan looked somewhat haggard. The first thing he asked me after entering was, why? I poured tea for him. Lin Yan, you know it in your heart. Just because of Fang Yang. But I told you Fang Yang is pitiful at home, and because of me she hasn't married for 3 years, and her reputation has been ruined. I can't just ignore her. I've never behaved improperly toward her. Just because of those gossips, you asked Father to write a divorce letter for me. Zi Yurong, do you even have a heart? Things having come to this point, I stood up and looked directly at him calmly. Is that really the truth? Lin Yan, you're really innocent toward Fang Yang. There are so many ways to protect a woman, but you never avoided suspicion with her. You always made me feel wronged, always made me take a step back. Yes, Fang Yang has sacrificed a lot for you, but what does that have to do with me in the end? She sacrificed for you. So the one who should feel wronged for her isn't me, it is you. On our wedding night we made an agreement. Once your father was exonerated, we'd divorce, but you kept putting it off, in the end. You are nothing but a selfish, ungrateful, petty man. Lin Yan's face instantly turned pale, and he staggered back a step. You're wrong in your eyes. This is what I am. Lin Yan, go back. 3 years ago, I had no regrets marrying you, and now I have no regrets separating from you. From now on, you go your way, I'll go mine, and we'll never see each other again. Under my gaze that held no possibility of turning back, Lin Yan turned around. He walked out of the flower hall step by step, standing in the courtyard. He looked back. You're wrong, these 3 years I failed to treat you well. I am sorry. News of Lin Yan and my separation quickly spread. Invitations came fluttering in like snowflakes. Everyone wanted to find out the truth from me, so I declined every visiting card, except for the eldest princess's. Her card mentioned important matters to discuss. But when I went, I discovered she was introducing me to young men. You are in the prime of your youth, with money and land. Why waste such good times? Come take a look. I looked them over one by one. None would do. This one's too dark, that one's too thin, and that one's too shrewd. Don't tell me you still can't forget Lin Yan. You only like him. Not really. I did like his face back then, but we're just not compatible. Life is so long, the right person will appear eventually. The eldest princess laughed again. The spring day was just perfect, shining on us warm and cozy. It was much later that I heard news of Fang Yang. She married at 24, but not to Lin Yan. Master Fang caught a son-in-law beneath the rankings and had her marry the newly appointed second-place scholar. I went to witness the ceremony. Supposedly, the second-place scholar had actually scored first, but because of his plain looks, the new emperor disliked him, so he was assigned second place instead. Actually, I was quite surprised she didn't marry Lin Yan that year's Earth. Shattering rumors didn't go as I expected. Lord Lin had intended to discuss marriage arrangements with the Fang family after the banquet, but Lin Yan refused to agree. He said he already had a wife, Yu Rong, and would not marry anyone else in this life. He felt he owed Fang Yang a debt, and was willing to recognize her as a sister. From then on, he, as her elder brother, would take charge of all her affairs. Fang Yang waited 2 years for Linan, but still couldn't wait any longer. On the day she married, Linan came to see me. He brought a pot of wine himself. Fang Yang has also married. Urongis, there really no possibility left for us? He asked. That is right. I guessed as much. Linan smiled. He took out a jade pendant, saying he had requested a provincial appointment from the emperor. He wanted to travel more roads, see more people, wanted his jurisdiction to be just, and the people to live in peace and prosperity. In the future, if I ever face difficulties, I could take the jade pendant to the Lin family for help, or go to Luli Bridge to find the Shai family. I didn't accept it. Linan, when we married back then, we each got what we needed. You don't owe me anything. Linan insisted. Just consider it a wedding gift for when you marry in the future. That was the last words I ever exchanged with Linan in this life. Later, I left the capital. I went to hear the misty rain on small buildings, saw the long river's sunset, tasted juicy lychees. At 27, I married a military general stationed at the border. He was good in every way. Those bright and deep eyes captivated my heart. In the end, life is but a vast ocean, mountains upon mountains and rivers. Nothing more than that. Extra chapter Linyan's perspective later on. Linan never married for the rest of his life. There were many young ladies who wanted to marry him, but he refused them all. He already had a wife and dared not forget her. Even when the emperor personally played matchmaker, he would not consent. The son of heaven was somewhat annoyed. What kind of woman is this wife of yours? How does she make you remember her so deeply? Linan thought about what kind of person Yurong really was. As time passed, her face became increasingly clear in his mind. At the very beginning, when they got married, Yurong was worlds apart from the wife he had once imagined. She wasn't timid. She lifted her own red veil and opened the door to make a 3-point agreement with him. She wasn't delicate. When pounding fish balls, her arms swung with vigorous force. She wasn't pedantic. She hadn't even read many books. She had her own vitality, like a wild grass that could take root anywhere. Those were the lowest days of Linyan's life. But every morning when he opened the door, he could see Yurong. In their small courtyard, she wanted to plant crops, wanted to raise chickens. Pointing to the corner, she'd ask him if it would be good to build a chicken coop there. Linan thought, how could there be such a person, coming out of the Marquis Manor to live a hard life with him, yet still enjoying it tirelessly? And so that call of Yurong just came out naturally. Don't busy yourself with these things anymore. Let me teach you to read. They also chatted, and gradually Linan learned that Yurong had only been recognized back into the Marquis Manor later in life. She didn't avoid it, wasn't ashamed of it, and had no intention of hiding it. What is there to hide? You are already tricked onto the pirate ship anyway. Hurry up and tell me, how do I record this account? She didn't care, but Linan cherished her. He swore in his heart that he would treat Yurong well for the rest of his life. But Linan still broke his promise. That was after the emperor exonerated the Lin family. Those who had avoided him like the plague before came looking for him again. And the Fang family was one of them. All these years, because of him. Fang Yang had never discussed marriage. She cried endlessly in front of him. Brother Ayan, you don't want to marry anyone but you. Please help me. Linan didn't agree immediately, but he thought he owed Fang Yang a great deal and naturally had to protect her. He thought that since ancient times there had been distinctions between principal wife and concubine, and Fang Yang had once been his fiancée fille. So Linan didn't refuse either. It wasn't until Yurong handed him the divorce papers that Linan panicked for the first time. After all these years, Yurong had been by his side. He didn't want to let go. He was too greedy. He wanted to keep Yurong while not pushing away Fang Yang. His elder brother and sister-in-law had such a good relationship, and there were also several concubines in the household. He was just seeking to have it both ways. By the time Linan discovered Yurong's resolute determination, he could no longer find her. Many times in his dreams, Linan noticed those details he had failed to perceive at the time. The yielding of flowers at the eldest princess's flower banquet, the mockery at Yanyu Tower, the resoluteness after the divorce. In his dreams, he knelt before Yurong, begging her not to let go. But when he woke, the pillow beside him was empty, and outside the window was a solitary moon. Later on, Linyan's favourite place to visit was not pavilions or towers, but the small courtyard where he had lived for 3 years. Even though Yurong had moved away all her dowry and the courtyard was empty, with no trace of her left to be found, those things were all engraved in Linyan's mind. He walked through the empty courtyard, stood beneath the corridor, watched the swing sway gently in the wind. Since we parted, I recall our meeting several times in soul and dream I was with you. Hey, to those who've read this far, I am Elena. In this story, there isn't a single truly bad person. Linan isn't a bad person. Fang Yang isn't a bad person. Even that grandmother who demanded Yurong marry within 3 months. The furious father from the Marquise's household. None of them are evil people. They're just standing in their own positions, doing what they believe is reasonable. But it is these noble things put together that nearly buried a young woman's entire life. That is what makes me saddest. You know what I kept thinking about after I finished reading? I kept thinking about that swing. The maid asked her, "Miss Shuld, we dig this up and take it too?" She said, "From now on, I'll have an even better swing, painted in colours I like, placed where I like, somewhere I can see it at a glance." This is a woman making her final farewell to her past. What does that swing represent? It represents her 3 years in that small courtyard. It represents those days of stumbling along, supporting each other. It represents the position she knelt outside the study to beg for him. The fishballs they pounded together in winter, that subtle heartbeat when he first called her Yurong. It is not that she never had feelings. If a person has never had feelings, she wouldn't feel empty inside. When he gave the poetry collection to Fang Yang, she wouldn't cry when he held her hand late at night. She wouldn't keep her head down and walk forward, never looking back on the day she left the Lin residence. People who truly don't care don't need to remind themselves not to look back. So I want to give the final message of this story to each of you reading this. Your life won't end because of a failed relationship. Those nights that made you cry, those hurdles you thought you couldn't get past, those darkest moments when you thought this is it for the rest of my life, they're all just chapters in your life story, not the ending. Life is but a vast sea, mountains upon rivers, nothing more than that. I give you these words, and to myself as well. I am Elena. See you in the next piece.